Hi everyone, it's Dawn, and today's Monday Moments is sharing with you two brands that I believe are worth supporting. What they're doing is commendable and good, and I believe worth recommending. This is not an advertisement. I did not receive any of these products free, and I just purchased them with my own money, and I believe that they're worth sharing with you. The first product is from the company called The Last Object, and what The Last Object does is they manufacture stable alternatives to single-use products. For example, cotton swabs. And I have a statistic for you. 1.5 billion cotton swabs are manufactured every single day. And even more than that are thrown away. So what this company does is very good and commendable. The first product I want to share with you is the Last Swab, and it comes in a nice little case like this. You can even clip all these little Last Object containers together. And this is the Beauty Swab. And what this is a cotton swab that when you get it a little bit wet, it puffs up and it works exactly like a beauty swab, a cotton swab for cleaning up makeup or, just kind of fixing things as you get ready each day. And it's washable up to, I believe, like 1,000 times. And then after you wash it and dry it, you put it back into its little case and it's ready to go again and again and again and again. So that is the Beauty Swab. The next one is like for cleaning your ears, and how it's different from the Beauty Swab. I have them in different colors. You can choose the color of your cases because I don't want to mix them up. This one I know is my Beauty Swab, and this one is my ear swab. And it has these little, as you can see, these little knobs on it. And they are really excellent for picking up earwax if you like that kind of thing, and I do. So this swab is really good for that, and it's very satisfying, and it actually feels really good. And there are instructions on the box, which is also 100% recyclable, warning you about sticking things in your ears and how to be careful. So I will let you read those directions yourself, and I'm not advising sticking anything in your ear, but that's what I use this one for. And like I said, it's very satisfying. Wash it, let it dry. I just wash it with a little bit of soap and water, let it dry, put it back in the case, and again, it's ready to go for the next time, the next time, the next time, and the next time. Okay, the next one are little cotton rounds, and they come in this little case, and you just pull one out, and these are even better than traditional cotton rounds. Again, you get it wet and it puffs up. The great thing about this is that it doesn't separate like a cotton swab, like a cotton pad would, and it doesn't leave any cotton residue. So if you're using it for like putting on a little toner that has like a BHA or an AHA in it, you know how sometimes when you do that, your cotton can kind of come apart? Well, this does not do that. So I like it even better than the traditional cotton pads. And you wash it. You can just wash them in your washer and dryer in a little like lingerie bag with very delicate soap. But again, I just wash them by hand, let them dry, and pop them back into their case. And I'm ready to go for next time. And I think there's a stack of them in here. I'm not sure how many. It looks like maybe 10. Okay, and the last one I want to share with you is I always say Kleenex, which I know is a name brand, but this is the Last Tissue. And it comes in a nice little case like this for in your purse. And there's several of them in here. And you just pull one out. And it is really just a handkerchief. Did any of you use a handkerchief when you were little? And you can use it for whatever you use your handkerchief for. I always just kind of crumble them up and stick them in a little bag that I have in my purse and then wash them, and they're ready to go again. You have several of them in here. There's a whole bunch in there. And when they come, they're like nice and neatly stacked in there, but I have washed them and put them in, and they still fit very nicely, and keep that in my purse. So I think that this company is onto something really great. I love the containers. They're just very thick, hardy, like rubber containers, and just really nice. So that is The Last Object. Products are from a brand called PYT Beauty. PYT stands for Pretty Young Thing. It's a beauty brand that's been around for a long time, but they've recently gone through a complete repackaging and reformulation of their products, and I believe that they are really, really good. And you can purchase these products at Target. That's how they came onto my radar. And you can purchase them also at Grove Collaborative. You can purchase them at Ulta online. When I purchase mine, I just look for a sale. Like right now, the eyeshadow palettes I believe are like $28 at Target, but they're like $16 at Ulta. So I just look around, and whenever I find a sale, that's when I purchase them. And I have two of their eyeshadow palettes, a blush, lipstick. I have enough for a full face. So if you would like to see me do a get ready with me with my PYT Beauty products, I would be happy to do that. I'm very pleased with them. I wanted to share them with you because if you happen to be perusing Target's clean beauty aisle and you come upon these, there's 3 palettes, maybe 4 that you'll see at Target, and they seem kind of unassuming. They sort of have those Tower 28 vibes. I don't own anything from Tower 28, although I'd really like to. Tower 28 is available at Sephora, but their packaging seems very similar. The clear packaging with the bold lettering across. And what is so great about these, number one, is the product itself. So for example, this is the Rowdy Rose palette, and it looks like this. And you might think, oh, those colors look a little dull, but let me tell you, they are not at all. And they have 0 kick up. They are creamy, they are blendable, and they are absolutely beautiful. Now with this particular palette, the shimmers have these little specks in them, which made me think that they might be like glittery. They're not, they're just more of a metallic shimmer. They're very wearable and really beautiful. Let me swatch some of these colors just to show you. So I'm gonna swatch this rosy color right here. And when I swatch it, look how creamy that is. And I just wanna show you how it blends out. I'm not using a brush, obviously, but if you were using this like in your crease or in your, on your mobile lid, it blends out really pretty. It isn't patchy. And like I said, it's really, really creamy. Now I'm gonna show you one of the, see, it's a little bit of a metallic-y shimmer. It looks really pretty with this color. And I've created so many looks. I'm gonna show you this light color. As light as that is, look how pigmented. Let's do this one. Just very, very pretty. Now I'm gonna wipe off my finger on my last handkerchief, and this one. I mean, you just touch them and there's no powdery kick up at all. Let me show you with a brush. See, no powder, you didn't see any dust. Like when I do that on a palette that has kick up and fallout, you'll see a little plume of dust. And now that I've got it on the brush, let me blend this out for you. If that were my lid, look how nice that is. Not choppy, not patchy, just beautiful. So I'm really impressed with the quality of these palettes. But now let me tell you about the other thing I really like about these palettes is that there's no mirror. If you are aware, when you recycle, you can't recycle mirrors. There's something on the backing of mirrors that make them unable to be recycled. So they left those out. They don't have any hinges that are metal. They're just completely plastic. And this palette is made from biodegraded plastic. So it's already started the degradation process. So it's like almost like a 0 carbon footprint. And all the little pans in here, which are large, have little spots on the back, little holes where you can put a pen in there or just some sort of sharp instrument and pop them out. And then you can put this entire component into your recycling bin, and it's 100% recyclable. So the next palette is called Cool Crew Nudes. And when I was first walking past these palettes at Target, like I said, they didn't really jump out at me, but after I tried the Rowdy Rose palette, I decided to try the Cool Crew Nudes palette. They also have a warm palette that I'd really like to try as well. But this is the Cool Crew Nudes, and it looks a little blah, but again, when you swatch the colors, they're very, very pretty colors. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it. Let's do this really light one. Okay, let's try a shimmer. Now these don't have those little specks in them that make them metallic. These are just shimmers, very wearable shimmers. Let's do this one. Really pretty. So I'm very pleased with both of these palettes. And like I said, it makes me want to try the warm palette. So if you've been walking past these, maybe at Target, and you've seen them and you aren't really sure, I would say try one because they are really, really good. And again, everything's the same that I told you about with the recycling of this palette. The whole component can be recycled. The blush palette, there's just a couple blush palettes, and then there's like a bronzer highlighter palette. I don't have that. I only have one of the blush palettes, and I have it in this really beautiful rose color, and it's a great big pan. Same packaging. You can pop the component out when you're finished, because it is a little metal component. So once it's done, you can pop that out and then throw the rest of it right into the recycling. And look how pretty that is. Such a pretty rosy blush. And again, it's not patchy, it's just completely pigmented and blendable. Because they are so pigmented and creamy, I just use a very light touch when I go in with my brush, and you won't have any kick up. So even tapping your brush doesn't really help because nothing will tap off of it. They're just that creamy. So like if I were going to put this on, I would just like touch it. And I already have blush on, but as you can see, it's incredibly pigmented. Gotta really, now I look like Raggedy Ann. So a little goes a long way. So as you can see, they are very lovely, creamy, easy to work with, pigmented colors, and I really like what the company's trying to do. The next things are lipsticks. They also have like mascaras, eyeliners, brow products. I have enough for a full face. So again, I can do a get ready with me for you if you'd like. This is one of their lipstick products, and it has a lipstick on one end and it has a gloss on the other. This is really nice and very handy. And then I have this really pretty coral color, and it's so pretty and creamy and lovely on the lips. But as you can see, the entire component, there's nothing in here that needs to be removed or taken out. The thing to know about the lipsticks is that these are very small components. And for me, where I live, the covenants for recycling require me to throw something like this into like a larger container for recycling. I'll take an empty water bottle and drop these into the water bottle and then throw that into the recycling. So keep that in mind. And that is it. I just wanted to make you aware of these two brands that you might not have heard of, and for those of you who are really into kind of recycling and taking care of the earth, or even if you're new at it and you're not sure what kinds of products to start looking for, these are some great brands worth supporting. And I have a feeling that many more brands will be following suit. I think we're just going to get to a point where it's going to be required for just about every brand to be sustainable and environmentally friendly. So yeah, these are a couple that are blazing the trail for the other companies to follow, and I appreciate you spending some time with me. If you have tried any of these, let me know down in the comments section. If you have any questions, ask down there as well. If you have any other brands that you think are really worth supporting, I would love to know. And I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day. I'll see you next time.